It is important to note that Murray Rothbard, an influential Austrian school economist, was the first true anarcho-capitalist. Murray Rothbard pretty much invented anarchism. The Austrian School of Economics has traditionally defended monarchy against democratic demagoguery. This is due to the fact that democracy means mob rule and leads to the violent destruction and arbitrary usurpation of private property. If anyone wants to know why anarcho-capitalists, i.e. real anarchists, oppose democracy, see my video entitled Down with Democracy. Anarchists want to abolish the state. We want there to be no government. Therefore, the next best thing is to have a small state. That is, we should have the fewest people in charge of the state. Libertarians favor a republic over a monarchy, but republics quite often encourage democracy. While there are flaws in every statist system, we must look at the positive anti-democracy aspects of a monarchy. Democracy must be undermined at all costs. Private property is much more important than the will of the ignorant and easily fooled masses. Usually, union thugs and communist agitators can trick the ignorant masses into believing in things like socialism. This is extremely dangerous. Republics often don't know how to handle things like this. For example, the post-Tsarist Russian provisional government could not suppress the rise of the Bolshevik Revolution. When the ignorant masses begin to make gains against property owners, entrepreneurs must band together and defend capitalist liberty. While monarchy's major flaw is that it places too much trust in the hands of one individual, it is extremely effective in defeating communist retards. For example, in 1973, Chile was being taken over by communists. The 1970s saw a huge economic crisis in Chile. As we all know, only the government causes economic crises. Socialists were trying to have a revolution. Commie fuckwads set up these shitty things called cordones, which were workers' councils like the Soviets in the Russian Revolution. Apparently nobody told these Chileans about how human nature makes communism impossible, lol. Chile even had a retarded socialist president named Salvador Allende. When Allende wouldn't destroy the communist retards who were fucking up capitalist freedom, a military junta overthrew Allende and restored capitalism. The new ruler of Chile was General Augusto Pinochet. Pinochet was a modern monarch. He was committed to spreading market freedoms to the citizens of Chile. He could be considered a hero, if not for the fact that he was a statist and he didn't go far enough in promoting market freedoms. Pinochet destroyed workers' councils, labor unions, Marxist student organizations, and all those other horrible communist things. Pinochet was determined to restore capitalism. He embarked on an ambitious project to destroy socialism throughout Chile. Unfortunately, he brought in some crypto-Keynesian economists from the University of Chicago to reform the Chilean economy. The Chicago Boys, as they came to be called, did a lot of pretty great things. However, due to their Friedmanite limitations, they failed to go far enough with the free market reforms. This caused a huge economic crisis which prompted Pinochet to fire the Chicago Boys. The crisis had nothing to do with the free market reforms, just the fact that there were not enough free market reforms. If you think the crisis had anything to do with the free market reforms based on facts, evidence, or reality, then seriously, go fuck yourself. Reality should play no role in economic analysis. Now, if you're thinking that it is wrong to support a dictator like Pinochet, we must consider the alternative, communism. As genius Friedrich von Hayek put it, personally I prefer a liberal dictator to democratic government lacking liberalism. My personal impression, and this is valid for South America, is that in Chile, for example, we will witness a transition from a dictatorial government to a liberal government. And Hayek was totally right. Pinochet destroyed communism and restored a liberal capitalist republic. He should have gone a step further and just created an anarcho-capitalist society, but nobody's perfect. Pinochet was an excellent monarch by most standards. So in the spirit of anarchy, I say to thee, gentlemen, long live the king.